just kind of wanted to go through kind of, I don't know, my twos warm up practice I kind of do. Um, Usually I'll hop straight into custom. Depending on how I'm feeling that day, like the day before, say my redirects wasn't that good, I'll hop into my redirect pack, which is usually Paquitos aerial shot redirects. But most of the time I do shooting consistency or I'll do wall reads. Um, and where the wall shots, like I usually do wheelchairs, aerial off the walls, and I'll do Paquitos wall shots. Depending on the situation. If I'm having trouble getting to a ball like up in the air off the wall, usually I'll do this one. But I like to do Paquitos as well because that one kind of like gives you that feel of hitting the doubles off the wall, or even getting it after the bounce and trying to put it on net, and just kind of like, I don't know. Specifically these shots I'll do over and over again. Figure out a way to get to the ball and put it on target faster. It's kind of the whole goal, is getting that jump point, realizing at what point you can get to the ball at, and just get used to reading the bounces initially. You just want to read the bounces, kind of like you can flip cancel into the ball, or you can just like front flip or diagonal flip. I do a lot of flip cancels on my shots off the wall, or even I'll do like a backflip shot if I can get it time perfect, just to get that power. That shot's actually kind of tricky. Usually there, it's actually better to pass in game. That's just a tough angle to get to. This one right here is a good backboard pass, or even a hard shot on net if you can get it. Even double touching. There's just a lot of good setups that can come out of that position. Again, that's not going to be a position that you see quite often in game. You'll see a lot more of these bounces because a lot of people boom it. So something, this right here will just help you read them wall bounces better. And the better you get reading the wall bounces, the faster your overall game will be, because it'll teach you what position you need to be in. And then you can kind of work yourself around it, especially in like a twos or threes kind of play style. You definitely probably don't want to do this in ones, because if you can't get it right every time, you're just going to throw away the ball, and most of the time it'll just backboard and go right towards your side. It's really punishable. So unless you can get some kind of control on it, I wouldn't. Better just to wait on the ground for ones. And be careful flip canceling, because if you don't flip cancel perfectly, it'll throw you off. Like it can change the trajectory of your car to one side of the ball or the other. So it's another little detail. That was in. That's weak. And kind of like keep in your head what you want to go for. Like if you want to go for, you know, double tap, or if you're trying to just get a really strong, powerful shot on net with no bounce or top corner, like kind of tell yourself exactly what you want to do with the ball, and then attempt to do it, and then keep going and try to figure out what you're doing wrong and why you can't get it. Mainly these are timing based, so it's almost like, think about it this way: the earlier you come off the wall, the easier the ball is to read where it's going to go, right? But the later you come off the wall, the more power you can get onto it because you're full speed. Because while you come off the wall earlier, you're not going to boost, you're going to kind of wait to get that read. You might boost a little bit just to get yourself away from the wall, but you're not going to boost towards the ball really. Otherwise you might throw yourself out of position and there's no recovering it. So, kind of like the earlier you get up, the better you are. You just gotta be careful and kind of come off, make sure you're coming off like, you don't want to come off going towards the ball because it'll throw you low. Kind of come up and come up almost perfectly diagonal is where you want to be for shots like that. Because then you can kind of decide if you want to put it to the ceiling or if you want to put it on target. Oop, bad recovery there. This one's kind of like, you're not going to get the shot on net, but this just allows you to get used to coming from the corner. And kind of, you know, working your way around the opponents, because you know an opponent's usually going to be sitting right there on the sidewall in that bottom groove, or they'll sit mid, or they'll be doubled up, one on the sidewall, one by boost. So I use this one as a good like clearing practice, and then if you can, try to get good recovery as well. That's a good clear, and then you just put it in. That's what that one's really good for. Kind of like giving you an option, showing you the options to clear it past two guys. This one you can try that pinch shot, or you can try to catch it and put it to ceiling. Or you can jump late, another one, and flip into the ball, land, come up, and put it in. I mean, there's several things you can do with that one. Gives you many options. But usually, you know, one's going to be close mid, and the other one's going to be pushed up with you on that wall most of the time. And champ gameplay anyway. GC it might change. This one, ideally, you should be able to shoot this ball. It's just a matter of getting that position and that power on the ball. But you should be able to shoot this ball. If not shoot it, you can call out a pass. But ideally, shoot it or bang it. It's kind of the way to go there. Banging it's easier, but shooting it's preferred. You know, just figure out the angles, figure out how you're going to come at the ball and how you can get that power to generate that shot. If you can't shoot it, you might even want to try to control it. Maybe. Kind of hard to control this. But if anything, do something like that, and maybe not, you know, miss the net like I almost did, would be ideal. That's like a 2's thing, and 3 is pretty much you're just throwing the ball away there. It's better to sidewall it, like low sidewall, or even, you know, bang it to their corner. Just look for the guy and figure out where you can bang the ball. This one you can go about it two ways. You can catch the ball, and sometimes you can shoot it just like that. Or you can come up early, try something like a corner angle. Something like that maybe. Something they don't expect. Center for your teammate. Ideally, you should be able to shoot it like that, but no power there, because you're going opposite of momentum that's coming. That's just this little simple redirect shot. You can air roll either way. It's just whatever's more comfortable. I was able to get the other shot in like air rolling the other way, but this way you'd get more more power almost. It's just a harder shot. Takes more time. But, I mean, man, I would have had to flip still. You just kind of want to get that front edge. That front, a little bit on the front edge, just past the halfway mark on the ball, and put it right on net every time. And that's just bad. This is another one of them hard reads. Well, not really a hard read, it's more like a hard shot. Just because how much power the ball has on it. That'd be preferred as like a team play. That one you can get after the bounce on the ground if you want. It's harder that way, I think. It's almost better if you rush it there. You can do it that way, or maybe like a little pinch shot there, I'm not sure. I'd prefer to just like go for this though, because maybe like a pinch to a pass. But if you go for the pinch shot, you're gonna have to go kind of slow here, and then you wanna wait for the bounce essentially, and go something like that. Like you gotta wait for that bounce, and then you gotta get kind of on the other half of the ball just to get the right angle. So going for that little bounce shot is kind of, I don't know, iffy. Oh, that was bad. But you should be able to perform that kind of, like something like this off the wall. You should be able to get off the wall pretty quick. Especially if they're not ready or going for it. You'll beat them and save a lot of boost just coming off the wall. Going in the air, off the ground, you waste a lot more boost. Because it takes a lot more boost to get you up high. And going that fast, you're going to have to fast aerial, which isn't that complicated or hard, but you're going to have to fast aerial plus boost, you know. You're just going to waste a lot of boost if you try to go from the ground. Your teammate calls it, let them go, but most time it's just smarter play off the wall. Saves you so much. But that's the end of this video, guys. So let me know if you need anything else. If anything else I can help you with. If it helped you at all, if it gave you any tips, pointers, anything like that, showing you how to position your ball or your car on the wall according to where the ball's coming from, anything like that. Thank you.